If you're an RBC Action Direct investor, an RBC Direct Investing investor, you need to watch this video. If you're considering using RBC Direct Investing, you need to watch this video. It's really important because it's about how their technical issues, quote unquote, what I call gross negligence, cost me $34,000 today. So I'm going to go over that right now with a quick summary, some screenshots, and a video of me talking to their support team on the phone. Today's January 28th, the day after the Reddit hedge fund debacle involving the stock GME. I'm not going to go over what that is or what it is right now, but just know that it caused the stock GME to be a really hot commodity and a lot of people investing in it. I decided to get on that potential action today, knowing it was a risky play. This is not my first investment, and I knew it could go up or down. So this video is not about me complaining about losing money. It's complaining about me losing money and having no control over being able to stop that loss. And that's the big difference here. So it's not about investing in a risky stock, but the technical issues with RBC Direct Investing, which in my opinion are gross negligence, and that led to a $26,400 US loss, which is approximately $34,000 Canadian. That loss would have been much less, or could have even been profitable, if their poorly performing system and customer service department did not fail like it did and likely will do again. Created this video to warn other investors about RBC Action Direct Investing, their performance or lack thereof in a higher than usual trading day. Now, this scenario where a retail investing platform like RBC Action Direct can and likely will happen again. This time it was a demand for just a handful of stocks, literally a handful of investors trying to take advantage of the stock, cause their entire system to crash, cause their entire phone support system to be completely useless. I mean, next time it could be a natural disaster or a terrorist attack or other financial crisis that causes a run on people buying or selling investments. So when that happens, if you want to be one of those people buying or selling, you're not going to have access to your account. You're not going to be able to buy or sell in a timely manner. And really, that's going to cause you to eventually lose thousands, hundreds of thousands, or millions, depending on how big your portfolio is. And that's really the point of this video, is showing these technical issues are so very important to avoid in an online trading platform. And RBC just completely, I don't want to use the words, so I'm going to say kicked the can in executing this. So here's what happened today. The stock opened under $300, and I was online at 9:30 a.m. when the stock opened, ready to place my order, regardless of what it was. 300, 350, whatever it was. Anyway, by the time I got online at 9:35, it was a little over $300, and you can see in the course of about 15 minutes, it hit 350, then 400. Now, this is the big issue. At that second arrow there is when I could have easily bought in if the RBC Action Direct investing system was working, and it wasn't, and I'm going to show you that. Unfortunately, after trying multiple times, and I'm going to go over that in the next next slide showing the screenshots of their system failures, I ended up buying at the third arrow and not even knowing that I bought there. That's the worst part. I had no idea that this trade actually went through because of these errors that were reported. The fourth arrow represents where I would have sold. If I could have, I would have stopped that loss right away. Unfortunately, I couldn't because the RBC system was down right after I eventually bought. As you can see at that third arrow, the RBC system was down. I couldn't sell. I had no control. I could not sell online. I kept getting errors. I couldn't get anybody via the phone because it was so bogged down. So literally, I had no control over my financial future at this point. I won't say financial future, that's a bit grim, but over this stock. It was out of my control. I had access to it. I could try and place the order, but it wouldn't accept it. I'm going to show you how and why. So this is at 9:30 to 9:50 a.m. I kept running into these problems trying to buy GME, experiencing temporary problems, resolving our service is a top priority. Thank you for your patience. 9:57, same thing. Temporary problems, restoring services are top priority. And this is when I wanted to buy into GME, again, when it was at that $300 level. I finally filled out a buy order and submitted it. Got this here. This is at 10:02 a.m. The server encountered an internal error misconfiguration. This is ridiculous. This is not something you want to see after submitting a buy order for a stock. What did I pay for? Did the order go through? Let's check. Oh, Check my portfolio at 10:04 a.m. That doesn't look like a portfolio. That looks like a bunch of gobbledygook. And I still have no idea if I actually own the stock, and if I did, what I paid for it. Going down again, 10:05 a.m. Errors again. Still don't know what I paid for the stock. Still don't know if it's in my portfolio. And 10:12. Finally it loaded. No, wait. No, my whole portfolio is gone. Literally all the stocks in there. I have no idea what any of my stock positions are. I have no idea if I bought GME, what I paid for it. Ridiculous. 10:12. This is 10 or 12 minutes after hopefully successfully placing that order. This is 10:15. Still down. Account information unavailable. Can't do it. Reload the page. 10:18. That's probably even worse. Nothing. Blank screen. At this point, I'm mind boggled. Now, by the way, to try and prevent any massive loss, I got on the phone with RBC around 9:55 a.m. So this is a screenshot of my iPhone that I took 35 minutes in, and I still haven't talked to a person. I'm still on hold. Eventually, I was able to go to my account and see that I ended up paying $482, literally the top price of this stock. When I submitted it, it wasn't anywhere near that. And again, the error that presented, I have no idea if that was a legitimate buy order or not, because I got a system error. But anyway, it is what it is. $482, fine. I know it's dropping at this point, so let's try and stop that loss. That's a key. Okay, I bought the order, I committed to buy it. I didn't want to pay that much for it, and as you saw before, it was an error when I submitted the order, but fine. I have it at 482. Let's stop the loss, because I certainly don't want it to tank. 10:30, trying to enter a sell order. We are experiencing temporary problems. Restoring service is our top priority. Thank you for your patience. Are you kidding me? I can't even place a sell order to try and stop a loss. 10:32, trying to sell again. Nope, no luck. Here it is a few minutes later, around 10:33, error. We are experiencing temporary problems. I can't even sell the stock to stop the loss because their system is down. How is this my responsibility? How is this my problem? By the way, 42 minutes in on the phone, still no human. Finally, 10:33 a.m., the page loads, and I could put in a stop loss at $350, and at this point, it's just hovering above that price. Oh, sorry. Did that stop loss go through? Did that sell order go through? It's an error right after, as usual. Unbelievable, guys. Actually unbelievable. All right, I went back, finally saw that, yes, that did go through. I sold all 200 shares, which I originally paid $96,000 some odd dollars for, at $482 per unit at $350. I stopped the bleeding as soon as I could physically allow it. As soon as the RBC site would allow me to stop the bleeding and place the order successfully, I did. Yet I'm still on hold with RBC. Let's take a listen.
We are experiencing extremely high call volumes, and your wait time may be longer than normal. Did you know that you can place a trade, transfer funds, or get a quote by logging into our online investing site or the RBC mobile app? We realize waiting is frustrating and apologize for the inconvenience.
So I'm an hour and 12 minutes. Into this call, and no one's answered the phone yet at RBC. That message just said, oh, you can place your trade or check your status of your order online. Well, if you see the previous screenshots, I can't. You can't, because the system's down, it's overwhelmed, it's bogged. I'm getting 500 server errors, I'm getting other errors that tell me I can't place a trade. So what does this mean? 1 hour and 20 minutes after originally calling RBC Action Direct to try and stop my loss by phone because it wasn't working online, someone answers. Here's our conversation. This is the problem. I logged in at 9:30 a.m. when the market opened to place an order for GME, probably like everybody else. And your website was blocked and bogged down. I couldn't even use it. I kept trying to place the order. I put the order in, and then, at the opening price, and it crashed. The website went to a 404 error, and then an RBC Direct Investing Problems error. And I literally tried for the course of about 40 minutes after 9:30 a.m. until I finally got, I guess, the order in. And when I hit the submit button, it took probably 20 seconds for my computer, or rather your server, to receive the order and show confirmation. But by that time, it had paid $482 for the stock, which is the highest point it had been. And then when I tried to sell it to stop the losses, I couldn't, because your system again broke and it was bogged down, and I kept trying to sell it, and eventually I put in a stop loss order and did manage to sell it. But this isn't acceptable. I mean, as an institution and a large investing company, you guys need to be prepared for these types of situations where there's a lot of investors going on at once. And because of your lack of ability to answer the phone, I've been on hold for an hour and 20 minutes. And the website being down, I've now lost $26,000. So I need that back.
I understand. So thank you so much for sharing your concern. Just to give you more information on GME, it's halted in the exchange itself right now due to high trading volume. Now, the RBC Direct Investing wants to support the client because, we want our clients to trade so that even if our business is doing great. And GME, PP, and AMC, even exchange is facing problems due to high volume. So it is technical. There are technical capacities where a server can provide, but due to millions of orders and due to everybody going at one place, the servers do face this type of problem. And for opportunity loss, we do not compensate for opportunity loss due to technical fault. We have mentioned this in the account agreement. When you open the account, you get the account agreement as well. But again, as you have faced this problem, the best which I can do for you is I can provide you 15 free trades in this account, and the compensation regarding the opportunity loss, we do not provide that. But I understand that you wanted to place a trade, you didn't got what you wanted. The best which I can do for you is 15 free trades which I can put in your account, which will show up in your account within the next 2 days.
15 free trades, that's $10 a trade, so that's $150.
I completely understand that's not, big amount, but this
Okay.
is just a gratitude from our side so that
it's not gratitude, it's a scam. I mean, you guys are responsible for taking the orders and having a system that works. I understand that the exchanges may have had technical difficulties, but the problem I was having was not with the exchanges. If there was a problem with the exchange, it wouldn't have accepted the order. The problem was with your site even loading. I couldn't load the site. I couldn't.
Just we are talking right now. It got unhalted now, just this second. It was halted from this morning because of the technical difficulties in exchange, and it just got unhalted. So by the time, even if you are talking, if you want to place a trade, you can. Please go ahead and share your concern. Go.
Yeah, that doesn't help me because I was there working. It's now 11:20 a.m. That doesn't help me at 11:20 a.m. The trade's already been done, and your system already caused me massive losses. And again, it was your system. It was your website. It was.
I would like to let you know that it again got halted, and that's how it is going on from this morning with GME, AMC, and PP exchanges. They pause it for a couple of seconds and they unpause it. That's how it is going on. And what happens is when you place an order.
That's not my concern. What the exchange has halted it. If the exchange halted it, that's fine. What I'm talking about is 404 errors and server errors on your RBC Direct Investing page. It has nothing to do with the exchange. I understand if something's halted that you can't place an order for it, but if I physically can't even navigate your site because it keeps crashing or tells me there's technical difficulties, that has nothing to do with the exchange. That's a technical problem on your end. You didn't have the people to support your clients. You didn't have the ability to support your clients with your server and your phone support. I was on hold for an hour and 20 minutes.
Completely understand that is our technical difficulty which we faced this morning. I completely agree with that one. But again, as I mentioned, we do not compensate for the opportunity lost in the market. It is also mentioned in the account agreement. The best solution which I can give you, that is the best which my limit is 15 free trades which I can provide you. I understand that your expectation is not in line, which I am providing. It's way off. I understand completely, but I'm just trying to give you all the options which is in my limit as a representative.
Right. Well, I want everybody who's watching now to know that this is how it's going to work. RBC is not going to take responsibility for its technical problems and its technical limitations. It doesn't care that I spent an hour and 20 minutes on the phone waiting for you. And
no, sir, we do care about it for sure. 100%. Our clients are
but you're not.
priority.
But you're not. Your clients are your top priority. Then why wasn't there enough resources invested in server capacity and phone support to be able to handle these just volume for one or two of stocks? We're not even talking about a massive, drop or problem with the economy. We're not talking about a massive natural disaster. A nuclear bomb didn't go off. We're talking about a bunch of people that want to place an order for one stock or two stocks at a time, and your entire system dies.
I understand, sir. We have received this feedback, and our technical department is working on it.
You're working on it
for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So again, how does that help me? Because you literally just told me that your clients are number one, but
yes, sir.
Yeah, they're number one, but you're not willing to do anything to take responsibility for the server and the customer facing part of the business that I could have lost way less money or even gained something, but instead you're just going to say, no, I can have 15 free trades?
No, sir, I'm not saying that, you didn't lost the money or, your opportunity was not lost. Completely agree whatever you're saying.
Okay, listen.
Whatever your concern you shared, that's...
Just wait. One question. If your server was up and running, as it should have been, and I placed the order to sell at, 10 or 20 or $30 less than I paid for it, I'd be out a few $1,000, right?
Okay.
Right? If your server was running, if your server was actually working, and things were working there, I'd be out a couple of $1,000 at the most, because I would have been able to sell when I wanted to sell. Right?
Let me have a look in your order, sir. One more minute. I do have certain limits. I cannot surpass that.
Right.
But if you want, I can escalate to a supervisor. Sure. They will listen to the call and they will give you a call back if you wish to.
Okay, but I want to talk to them right now, though.
Unfortunately, I cannot answer the call right now because they need to understand what exactly happened. They need to listen to this call, study the case, and give you a call back, sir.
Okay, I expect a call back. When are they going to call back? It's 11:25 right now.
They will not call you today, sir. It will take 4 to 5 business days.
4 to 5 business days, yeah, to have a basic resolution to this problem that was your fault. To conclude, I don't even know what to say to this. This is honestly mind-boggling to me. The decision to invest was my own. It was a risky stock. I knew that. I'm happy to take responsibility for any gains or losses involved in my decision. But RBC Action Direct took that control out of my hands. By them not being accessible by phone, online, their online system, they didn't have the resources, technical know-how, or support to keep their online system available for me to even enter a buy or sell order. So how am I supposed to be responsible for a stock that I didn't know what I paid for because of their errors, and I couldn't even sell because of their system was being offline? But this is my problem, according to as you heard earlier in the phone conversation, that technical problems are not RBC's responsibility and I won't be compensated for them. Well, that's great, guys. How about you tell that to every single person in advance, clearly, before they invest with you, because I would guarantee people would be running out the door. So their system crashed and gave me so many errors that I literally had no idea what I paid for the stock until it was too late. Had their system worked as it should have, I would have bought the stock under $300 when I logged in at 9:35 a.m. this morning, and likely sold it after it went over $400. And now, as you know, it hit that $480 peak. So literally once it hit $400, I definitely would have sold it, netting a $20,000 gain. Instead, their system took my order and crashed. I had no idea what I paid for it. I couldn't even access any of my portfolio. I was completely flying blind. I tried multiple times to submit sell orders, and had still been on the phone waiting to talk to a human. When I finally could submit a sell order successfully without the site crashing, it was at a $350 price. The previous attempts when I was trying to submit a sell order, I would have still had a loss because I remember I paid $482 unwillingly, but $482 for the stock. I would have sold it at $400 to $420 when I was trying to place those sell orders, as you saw before, when the system was crashing. My loss would have been much, much lower. But RBC Action Direct happily took my money, charges me fees for every trade I do, and charges all their other customers fees. But on a day when the volume increases, their online system and phone support cannot handle the traffic, and it leaves investors stranded. I was literally stranded today. My hands were cut off. I couldn't access my portfolio. I couldn't make buy decisions. I couldn't make sell decisions. It was literally in the hands of the market, and I had nothing to do with it. I could do nothing. So this is not an isolated event. This can easily happen again. Natural disasters, political shifts, social media movements, terrorist attacks, all those things can send the stock market into a spiral. So how would you feel if you wanted to sell your stock and it was completely out of control because RBC had repeated temporary problems? You just had to watch it drop. You had absolutely no control of this because of RBC's technical glitches. That's what happened here, folks. And that resulted in a total loss of $26,400, roughly 34,000 Canadian. It's gross negligence. If they couldn't keep their online system up and running and couldn't keep people having phone support, this is their problem, not mine. All because RBC Action Direct didn't restrict buying GME like many other investment companies did. Had they restricted buying, not only would I have not been able to buy, but their system wouldn't have been overloaded, because essentially that's pretty much why it was overloaded. Everybody was trying to buy this stock. If they had the capacity and knowledge to keep their server running, again, wouldn't have been a problem. I would have been able to buy when I wanted to and sell when I wanted to. I would have been able to sell the stock at a small loss versus a large loss like I ended up doing. And finally, if they had adequate customer support via phone as a backup, that could be used to sell the stock. So, what are you going to do? Stay as far away from RBC Action Direct Investing as you can. Unless you're okay with not having access to your portfolio in times of high market volatility and high trading volumes. If you're okay with not being able to place buy or sell orders when an opportunity arises. And if you're okay with waiting 1 hour or more on the phone for customer service if their online system fails. Understand that RBC Direct Investing is perfectly fine with their clients losing money due to their technical problems. Apparently it's in the agreement, as the guy said on the phone. So, if you've made it to the end of this video, oh my God, I don't even know what to say. I hope to God the people higher up at RBC Action Direct can do something about this, can take action on this, because it is absolutely unacceptable that this happened. Anyway, if you're an RBC Direct investor, get out, just run. And if you're considering using RBC Action Direct Investing, again, just keep on walking. Don't even bother, because you're in for a rude awakening.